Bugatti sue you for your Chiron rebuild?
Hopefully
It's
not.
coming.
How can they sue him though? What's he doing wrong?
I think at any opportunity they might, so it looks way worse.
For years, the world's most exclusive hypercar brands kept their distance from independent rebuild creators. But that narrative may have just changed spectacularly.
I feel like he should know that's like the content game in a way. But with Bugatti, they're saying that they don't think it's safe for me to rebuild it. They can't sell me parts because they don't think it's safe for me to rebuild.
When the CEOs of Koenigsegg and Pagani appeared to join forces with Mat Armstrong, the automotive world erupted with excitement and endless speculation. The unexpected alliance has left fans asking one question: what does this mean for Bugatti? Is the industry witnessing a major shift in influence? Or is there a bigger story unfolding behind the scenes? The answer could surprise everyone. Hamilton's Zonda changed supercar repairs. The story of Lewis Hamilton's legendary Pagani Zonda 760LH has taken another dramatic turn, but this time, the repair seems to have sparked a much bigger conversation inside the world of ultra-exclusive supercars. After suffering a second devastating crash, the one-of-a-kind machine didn't just receive another painstaking restoration. Instead, the entire process reportedly highlighted a growing realization that preserving these rare masterpieces may require more than relying solely on factory rebuilds. It may have encouraged a fresh look at supporting highly skilled independent supercar restoration specialists as well. The Zonda 760LH, specially built for Lewis Hamilton in 2014, is unlike any other Pagani ever made. Named after the seven-time Formula One champion, the LH badge reflects its original owner, while its naturally aspirated 7.3-liter Mercedes-AMG V12 engine and rare 6-speed manual gearbox make it one of the most desirable Zondas ever produced. Its exclusivity alone has made it an automotive icon admired across the world. Unfortunately, the car has also become known for its remarkable survival story. The first major accident happened in Monaco in 2015, when Hamilton himself reportedly lost control and crashed the car. Years later, after passing into the hands of a second owner, disaster struck again in Croatia in 2023. The impact left the hypercar heavily damaged, raising fears that one of the world's most famous Paganis had finally reached the end of the road. Instead of giving up on the car, it was carefully transported back to Pagani's headquarters in Italy, where engineers completely dismantled and rebuilt it piece by piece. Every panel, every carbon fiber component, and every mechanical system was restored with extraordinary precision until the Zonda once again looked exactly as it had when it first left the factory. The sheer amount of time, skill, patience, and precision that went into this second rebuild reportedly sent a powerful message throughout the supercar world. As these incredibly rare and valuable machines grow older, keeping them alive may no longer depend only on their original manufacturers. Instead, it could require close cooperation with highly trusted independent restoration specialists who have the knowledge and craftsmanship to rebuild even the most severely damaged cars to factory-level quality. Rather than watching priceless hypercars disappear forever after devastating crashes, this new approach offers hope that legendary masterpieces like Lewis Hamilton's Zonda can continue to exist for decades to come. No matter how long the process takes or how difficult the repairs become, these automotive icons can still be brought back to life and preserved for future generations to admire. But was Pagani the only brand to think out of the box? How did Mat Armstrong come into the picture? Stay tuned. Koenigsegg chose trust over fear. For a long time, it looked like every opportunity was slipping away from Mat. One setback followed another, and the biggest blow came when Bugatti firmly refused to provide the essential parts he needed for his ambitious rebuild. That decision left him facing a challenge that many believed was simply impossible to overcome. As the pressure mounted, it seemed almost certain that every other luxury car manufacturer would shut their doors as well, leaving him completely on his own. But then, when hope was beginning to fade, something remarkable happened. one legendary company chose a completely different path. Instead of creating another obstacle, they reached out with support. That company was Koenigsegg, the Swedish hypercar manufacturer celebrated for pushing engineering beyond limits and constantly changing what people believe is possible in the automotive world. One day, a special package arrived for Mat. Inside were premium Koenigsegg hoodies, exclusive limited edition clothing, and a thoughtful, handwritten note. The message welcomed him into a deeper look at the company's engineering by directing him to detailed technical videos that explained the brilliant ideas behind their cars. It was an extraordinary gesture, because this level of attention is usually reserved for Koenigsegg customers who have invested millions of dollars in owning one of their rare hypercars. Mat could hardly believe it. He had never owned a Koenigsegg. He had never rebuilt one, restored one, or even worked on one before. Yet the company had been closely watching his videos. They saw his passion, his honesty, and his determination to understand every mechanical detail rather than simply chase views. Instead of seeing him as someone who might expose their secrets or damage their image, they saw someone who genuinely appreciated engineering excellence. The difference between the two manufacturers could not have been more striking. While Bugatti chose to protect its reputation by limiting access and refusing cooperation, Koenigsegg embraced openness. They understood that allowing passionate creators to tell authentic engineering stories could inspire thousands, even millions, of future enthusiasts. Rather than fearing transparency, they believed it could strengthen the brand and build an even deeper connection with people who admired innovation. That single package carried a much bigger message than a few pieces of clothing. It completely changed the direction of the conversation surrounding Mat's work. It proved that not every elite car manufacturer viewed independent builders as a threat to be controlled. Some recognized them as valuable storytellers, passionate engineers, and trusted partners who could introduce a whole new generation to the incredible world of hypercars. So, why was Mat Armstrong's name the first these brands proposed? What makes him so special? Is he capable of top-notch performance? Let's find out. The man manufacturers never expected. Mat Armstrong has never been the kind of mechanic who follows the normal path. While most people would look at a badly damaged supercar and see nothing more than an expensive pile of broken metal, Mat sees a challenge waiting to be conquered. As one of YouTube's biggest automotive creators, he has built his reputation by taking on projects that even experienced professionals often consider impossible. His workshop has become the place where cars that insurance companies write off and manufacturers believe should never return to the road are given a second chance at life. Over the years, Mat has revived an incredible collection of damaged performance cars. He has rebuilt severely crashed Porsche GT3 RS models, rescued flood-damaged Aston Martins, repaired heavily wrecked Lamborghinis, and even restored a Ferrari that he proudly presented as a gift to his own father. Every project has been more demanding than the last, pushing his skills, creativity, and determination to new heights. But what truly makes Mat Armstrong stand out is not just his mechanical ability. It is the way he opens the entire journey to the world. Instead of hiding mistakes or skipping the difficult parts, he records everything. Viewers watch every stripped bolt, every broken component, every frustrating setback, and every exciting breakthrough. His audience experiences the victories and disappointments alongside him, making every restoration feel like an adventure rather than just another repair job. That honesty has earned him enormous respect. Millions of people from around the world eagerly follow each new episode, fascinated by his willingness to attempt repairs that major manufacturers often insist should only be carried out inside their own highly specialized facilities. His confidence, transparency, and determination to solve problems instead of avoiding them have transformed him from an enthusiastic car lover into one of the most influential automotive creators on the internet, with a community of more than 6 million loyal subscribers. Looking back, Every ambitious project has prepared him for what comes next. He has dismantled cars down to their bare shells, repaired complex transmissions, rebuilt luxurious interiors, replaced life-saving airbag systems, redesigned cooling systems, fabricated exhaust components, and solved countless engineering puzzles that seemed impossible at first. Each restoration has sharpened his skills and strengthened his confidence. Now, however, everything he has learned is about to be tested like never before. Standing in front of him is the most demanding high-pressure restoration of his entire career, a project so ambitious that it has captured the attention of car enthusiasts, industry experts, and even the world's biggest manufacturers. The stakes have never been higher, and the entire automotive world is waiting to see whether Mat Armstrong can once again achieve what so many believe simply cannot be done. What was one of the challenges Mat Armstrong faced in his car rebuilding career? Why was Bugatti so firm on refusing to allow independent repair of their cars? Stay glued. The rebuild that shook everyone. The story truly captured the attention of car lovers around the world when a badly damaged Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport appeared in Mat Armstrong's workshop. Worth around $6 million, the Chiron Pure Sport is not just another luxury car. It is one of the most sophisticated and exclusive hypercars ever created, with only 60 examples built for customers worldwide. After suffering a devastating crash, most people believed the car's journey had come to an end. Scrapping it seemed like the only realistic option. Its owner, Alex Gonzalez, had a completely different idea. Rather than letting the wreck disappear forever, he bought the damaged car back from the insurance company. He believed it deserved another chance and trusted Mat Armstrong to attempt something that many experts considered nearly impossible. Instead of sending the hypercar back to Bugatti's factory, Alex wanted to prove that it could be rebuilt by an independent specialist. That decision immediately sparked controversy. Bugatti strongly opposed the project, with CEO Mat Armstrong openly expressing serious concerns about the repair. According to him, the crash could have caused hidden structural damage that was impossible to spot with the naked eye. The carbon fiber chassis might have developed tiny internal cracks, while the complex gearbox also showed signs of severe damage. In a machine capable of exceeding 250 miles per hour, even the smallest mistake could have catastrophic consequences. From Bugatti's perspective, only technicians at the company's factory possessed the specialized equipment, knowledge, and training required to restore such a vehicle safely. The opposition went beyond warnings. Bugatti refused to sell replacement parts, making independent repairs nearly impossible. Lamborghini had challenged Mat over similar rebuilds, while Porsche delayed previous projects. Together, these obstacles made it seem as though the world's biggest performance car manufacturers were determined to stop the ambitious restoration from ever succeeding. Yet Mat refused to walk away. Instead of giving in, he returned to his modest garage, relying largely on ordinary workshop tools, determination, and countless hours of careful problem-solving. Piece by piece, the seemingly hopeless wreck started coming back to life. Even the incredibly complicated transmission, one that many believed only 2 facilities in the entire world were qualified to dismantle and rebuild, was carefully taken apart inside Mat's own workshop. Against the expectations of critics, engineers, and even the manufacturer itself, the Chiron Pure Sport slowly transformed from a lifeless wreck into a running machine once again, proving that persistence and skill can sometimes achieve what others insist is impossible. With Bugatti's refusal to allow independent repairs, would Mat's collaboration with the 2 car brands be received in good faith? Will this update make Bugatti regret scoffing Mat away? Keep watching. When automakers tried controlling Mat. Mat had been through this kind of battle before, so none of it came as a complete surprise. It was not the first time a famous car company had tried to control what he could or could not show. During his Lamborghini Revuelto rebuild, the company warned him not to film certain parts of the repair process. If he ignored their instructions, they said they would stop supporting the project. It was a clear attempt to keep tight control over what the public could see. A similar situation happened with Porsche. Because one of Mat's cars had been badly crashed, the company was reluctant to sell him a special performance kit. They questioned whether the car should receive the upgrade at all, believing its history made it too risky. Once again, Mat found himself facing resistance simply because he wanted to rebuild and document the process openly. Yet something interesting happened every single time. At first, these manufacturers kept their distance and tried to limit his work. But as his videos attracted millions of viewers and sparked conversations across the car community, their attitude began to change. They suddenly realized that people loved watching these detailed rebuilds. The same companies that had once resisted his projects eventually wanted to become part of the story. The problem was that they had waited too long. By the time they decided to join in, the most exciting part of the journey had already happened. Mat had already captured the challenges, the setbacks, the breakthroughs, and the victories without their involvement. The audience had followed every step of the rebuild, making the story successful on its own. Then came Bugatti, and this time the response was even more dramatic. Unlike the others, Bugatti did not keep its concerns behind closed doors. The company spoke publicly, arguing that the rebuild raised serious safety issues. It appeared determined to stop the project before it could move any further. Many people wondered whether this would finally be the challenge that Mat could not overcome. It wasn't. Rather than giving up, Mat continued working patiently, solving one problem after another. In the end, he let the finished car speak louder than any argument. The Bugatti Chiron that many believed would never drive again was running once more inside his own garage, proving that determination and skill could accomplish what many thought was impossible. Looking at all these experiences together, a clear pattern begins to emerge. Traditional manufacturers prefer to control every part of their public image. They want to decide when their cars are seen, how they are presented, and who gets to tell their stories. Mat's channel changes that completely. Instead of polished marketing campaigns, he opens the workshop doors, reveals every success and every mistake, and gives millions of viewers an honest look at the remarkable work that goes into bringing these extraordinary machines back to life. Could this collaboration between Mat Armstrong and the car brands mean something great for the future of car culture? What benefits await the industry? Stay with us. The fight for repair freedom. Mat Armstrong's journey has become about much more than rebuilding crashed supercars and hypercars. At its heart, it is about a question that every owner of an ultra-expensive car should be asking: when you spend millions of dollars on a machine, do you truly own it, or are you simply borrowing it under the manufacturer's rules? It is a debate that is becoming impossible for the automotive world to ignore. For years, many hypercar companies have tightly controlled who can repair their vehicles, who can buy replacement parts, and even who is considered qualified to work on them. The manufacturers often argue that these restrictions exist to protect safety, preserve quality, and maintain the value of their cars. While those reasons may sound reasonable, Mat's experiences have encouraged millions of people to look deeper and ask difficult questions. If safety is really the biggest concern, why should something as basic as a headlight, a body panel, or another non-critical component be nearly impossible for a legitimate owner to purchase? If someone fully understands the risks and willingly accepts responsibility for repairing their own car, should they still be prevented from doing so? These are the questions that continue to fuel conversations every time Mat uploads a new rebuild video. Through patience, creativity, and remarkable engineering skills, Mat has repeatedly demonstrated that talented independent mechanics can achieve results that many believed were impossible. Time and again, he has taken vehicles that others considered beyond saving and transformed them into fully functioning masterpieces. His success has challenged the long-held belief that only factory-approved workshops are capable of restoring these extraordinary machines. Some manufacturers appear to recognize that the automotive world is changing. Koenigsegg, for instance, has shown a willingness to work with passionate creators rather than against them, understanding that openness and collaboration can strengthen a brand instead of weakening it. Others, however, continue to rely on strict control, hoping the old approach will survive in a world where millions of people now value transparency over secrecy. The industry now finds itself at a major crossroads. The traditional system of keeping repairs hidden behind factory doors is being questioned like never before. Mat's videos prove that honest storytelling, genuine craftsmanship, and real mechanical problem-solving can attract audiences that even the biggest marketing campaigns struggle to reach. Despite the criticism he sometimes receives, Mat has never set out to damage the reputation of these prestigious brands. On the contrary, his passion for these cars is obvious. He wants to rescue them, restore them, and allow people to appreciate engineering masterpieces that might otherwise be forgotten or scrapped. His fight has always been for the freedom to repair, rebuild, and share that incredible journey with the world. And he has no plans to stop. With yet another wrecked Bugatti already waiting for its second chance, Mat continues to push the limits of what many believe is possible. As his audience grows larger with every project, the pressure shifts to the manufacturers. Will they choose to embrace creators like Mat and become part of the story? Or will they continue resisting until the world moves on without them? Whatever happens next, one thing is undeniable. Mat Armstrong has forever changed the conversation surrounding hypercar ownership, repair, and the future of the automotive industry. So, what do you think about the brand's collaboration with Mat Armstrong? Do you really think Bugatti regrets resisting Mat Armstrong's requests? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.